I had been over to the hospice, again with our friend on hospice, and I'd been there all day, and I had just gotten home. It was about 6 o'clock at night, and I got a panicked call from his girlfriend, Judy. And she says, Mary Lou, you've got to get down to John's house immediately. Something's happened to him. I'm trying to get in the back door. I can't move it. I think John's lying on the floor, and I've called the police. So I went down, and to make this long story short, he had apparently gotten up early in the morning. He was going to take Nigel, his beloved cat, to the vet. As a matter of fact, that's why he didn't stay up there with Ernie for another few days. After they had had this wonderful reconciliation, Ernie had asked him to please stay longer, but he had to get back home. He knew he had that cat veterinarian appointment. And so we knew that he had gotten dressed, and he was sitting at his he had a high table in his kitchen, and the coffee cup was half gone, and he was dressed, and apparently he had a heart attack. He just fell right out on the floor. And when Judy tried to get, she had a date with him. As a matter of fact, John called me on Sunday and told me that he had a date on Sunday with Judy to go to the Narrow and movie, and they had to cancel because Judy wasn't well. And so Judy called him because he said, well, we'll have lunch together tomorrow. Judy says, come on over to Hampton tomorrow. We'll have lunch together. Well, lunchtime came, and it was 1 o'clock. John still hasn't shown up, and he is never late for anything, and he always showed up on time. And after a couple of hours, she began to get worried. She kept calling him and got no answer. And that's at 6 o'clock at night, and it was after dark. When I got that telephone call from her. And so the police went in. I was so afraid of foul play. He lives down at Ocean View, and you just off of Chesapeake Boulevard, and I thought, oh my Lord, I hope somebody hasn't gone in and robbed John or something. But the coronary man went in, what do you call him? Coroner went in, and he checked him out and said that all indications were that he had a heart attack. And so he must have gone very quickly, and that's what happened there at the end. I'd like to say one more thing about Ernie, again, his brother. I've gotten to know him a little bit over telephone calls. I haven't personally met him, but I like him on the phone. He's the mayor, or the vice mayor of East Aurora, New York, and he's also a school teacher, very dedicated to teaching. And so I've gotten to really, maybe get a little feel for some of the things that have happened through the years with them. And a lot of it's probably all distance. I mean, when you live far apart and things don't go exactly right, it's hard to have the time to reconcile with each other. But I am so happy that John was so happy, and Ernie he is just feels like he's blessed that he and John have had this reconciliation, and it has given Ernie peace about this situation also. He will want to come down. He's coming down, I think, the week after Christmas, and he said he wanted to get some of us all together when he comes down to meet some, but whether that happens or not, because he's very busy back at school with his family. He has children also. And John was very, very, he loved Ernie's boys and a daughter. So hopefully we'll get to meet him somewhere down the line. And the reason we're at this restaurant is because this was became John's favorite restaurant. This is where he always liked me and Helmut to meet him for, whenever we had lunch or dinner together. So he'd gotten very fond of the Teppanyaki grill. Think of him whenever you come here again.